Fight Show, episode 22, live on the interwebs. We actually have our guest in here with me. That was a mistake on my part. It took me a second to process, but you guys have been seeing the stuff. We've been talking about it on the socials, but Travis Harwood's here from NoseSlap, and he's joining us to tell us about a product that we think I think a lot of people will be able to use, not just fighters, but everybody in the general public. Bill's a swing shift worker. Bill's excited about trying it.
Absolutely.
So what's up?
Thank you for joining us,
yeah,
Travis.
so we kind of did this out of order. Fight Show episode 22, presented by Pull No Punches Apparel, 717 Surplus, and our good friends over at CannaDips. And as I said earlier, Travis Harwood from NoseSlaps here. Basically, they sent us a little care package. We have them right here. Bill, you got yours. Your camera's little. Comes in a little vial. Travis, you want to let us know what NoseSlap's all about?
Yeah, appreciate having me on. So, I've been in the into fitness for a long time, and big into success and just trying to find life hacks, way to be better. And so, with NoseSlap, it's something that came out of seeing a need in the market for something to really change our state of mind without maybe having to use taking substances into our body, whether it be caffeine or something else to stimulate ourselves. And so, everybody's probably seen the essential oils, boom boom sticks, things like that on the market. And we want to have a delivery system that wasn't something you had to shove up your nose, and no one wants to share that with anybody else. And so we want something that would actually, create a vapor or a stronger smell of the essential oils. And so, there's smelling salts have been around since, the 15th century. And so we kind of use that technology to really deliver, NoseSlap in a form that really can be used by anybody. And the beautiful thing about NoseSlap is, something that can change your state of mind, whether it's a, shift worker like Bill or something else where you just need to lift, but you don't want to, consume a bunch of caffeine or anything else. It's gonna change, affect your sleep or anything like that.
Yeah, definitely. Your third shifters out there, we're talking to you. Bill can speak for this. Nothing crappier than getting off at 6 a.m. and you gotta have that monster at 4 to make it through, and then by 7 you're wide awake watching the birds chirp, wondering why you're still awake and the sun's in the sky. So fully understand where you guys are coming from with that.
I've always been a sleepy driver, tired driver, I guess you could call it. And so, it's good just to have something that can kind of reset you, get you refocused back on what you're doing. And, obviously driving is important. You want to be focused. And so, it's just something good at any, can be really used by anybody just to get themselves in that set of mind, or if they have to do a performance, whether it's, we have people that code, people that are in school, shift workers, people at the gym, whatever it may be. This is a great product to help you out in any of those situations.
Yeah, before the show, I was doing some research on your product. I'm a big review guy and stuff, and you guys getting like 4.7 reviews from all your people, and I'm seeing people from lines of work like linesmen, construction workers, truck drivers. So I mean, that's the thing that initially caught my eye, is that this isn't just for like a professional athlete or a college athlete. This is a product that it seems like regular everyday people are enjoying. Everybody's out there working these days. Everybody's stressed out and could use some extra focus. They'll pick me up, So
yeah, it really took a mind of its own, as far as, we just have people from all walks of life saying, hey, it's great for this application or this application. So it's kind of been cool to see, a product that can help people in so many aspects of their life.
How long have you guys been around? Where'd the company originate out of?
So been around for about a year and a half now. Originated out of Boise, Idaho.
Okay. All right, good deal. Where are you at right now? We heard you're at an expo or a convention right now?
Yeah, so I had to kind of dip out. I don't have the best backdrop right now, but
that's all right.
We're at a convention in Las Vegas. Just we've had different stores and stuff reach out to us, want to carry us, so we're just out promoting our product and getting the word out in more way than one.
Are you guys exclusively online order? Are you in GNCs or vitamin shops or anything like that?
Primarily online, but now we are, people have started to see us in gas stations and different types of stores, that way they find us. So we'd love to be in more.
Oh, you're putting in the work right now. You know what I mean? You got to put in this little bit of work. Gonna see you on Shark Tank or anything like that soon?
I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yep, that seems to be a good segue to some of these major stores for people. So, yeah, I'm excited to try this, man.
I see you over there shaking, Bill. So what we got, guys, is like I said, the guys at NoseSlap, our friends over there, were nice enough. They sent us a nice little box of products. This is just one thing out of them. There's normally two in here. I have the second one right here. Travis, you want to tell people what they're going to get? Kind of, they see this in the store. They say, okay, hey.
So, we've got some patent pending technology in there where, we've got a chamber there, and in that is some essential oils mixed with some water. And so once you twist that top, and that drops all the, magic into the bottle, and, you shake it, wait about 5 minutes, and that, gives enough pressure to really, give the pressure for that essential oils to come out and give you a smell. So I'm excited for you guys to try it.
Yeah. So I think, Bill, are you you're shaking away over there? I see you. So
yeah,
we got this.
About 5 minutes before the show, we went ahead and got in the pack. We twisted it to activate it, shook it up. It's
Just
been
a
about
little-
10 minutes now?
Yeah.
Little twist here. We got a little twist here, and then do a little shake-a-roo for like 5-10 minutes, and then you end up with what I have here, which is what we're getting ready to, I guess, try live on the internet.
Yeah.
So
you can tap it before you use it. So, and then the nice thing about it is it's got there's two different ways you can do it. So you can start with what we call as a kind of a baby slap, and you can just pop the top and take a little
Baby
whiff.
slap.
Before we do this live on the internet, we're letting you guys know, our friends over at NoseSlap, go to noseslap.com and use the code FightShow for 20% off your order. I personally have seen a lot of people that I know and a lot of people using this product. And as Travis has been telling us for the last 10 minutes, that there's a lot of use cases for this, whether it be truck driver, night shift worker, just anybody wants a little pep in their step. We've all driven home at nighttime and had to roll the windows down and turn the music up. So in lieu of doing that when it's 20 degrees in Pennsylvania or -10 in Idaho,
Exactly.
So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to click on this here.
You're going to take that shrink wrap off now, and then.
Okay.
Yeah. So get it down to, I think I'm good here, right, Trav? I just got to pop the top on this then.
Yep. You're perfect on yours.
Just that top layer, Bill. There's a nice little, I don't know if I can get it here. There's a nice little,
Yep.
Oh man.
All right. So now what do I do? Twist back the opposite way?
No, it's got a little pop. There's a little pop tab on the top.
So get ready. So as soon as you pop it.
So hold on. He was in the middle of talking baby slap. He's just over here going in it.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, it gets in your nose.
And then if you close that top after using it, so close that lid. Bill, if you want to close
it. Yep.
Yeah, but then give it another little shake and tap it down. Tap it really good on the table. And then now if you want it to be a little bit more intense, you can unscrew the lid and just smell it directly from the bottle.
Oh, so we're going straight from the bottle here, folks.
Woo, that's the one I like. I like that.
I think Ric Flair said it best. Woo! That is.
Dude, that's good. No. Dead ass. I like going in the steam room and the saunas at my local gym, and I love the smell of eucalyptus. I like how it opens me up, makes me breathe.
This peppermint, that you definitely noticed the peppermint as soon as.
No, I dig that, man.
And then you want to you want to close it back up as soon as you can, just to kind of let it build back up.
Okay.
So make sure it's tightened up all the way, and then you wait about 5 minutes in between uses, and that'll build it back. Let it build back up for another slap.
So, question for you:
is this while we're here too? I dare I say we'll save this for another time for the next time. Trav said he's going to get caught up on Trav's going to get caught up on the MMA and come back and do a whole show with us one time.
Absolutely.
But NoseSlap. So what is going to be your difference between what we just did and the old NoseSlap here?
So NoseSlap is it's about 100 times bigger and stronger.
I like that, man. Now, question for you, Travis. If I cap this back up, say I use this on Tuesday night, am I still able to use this on the following night, or what's the suggested?
Yeah. As long as you close that tight and make sure you open and close the lid fast. Yeah, I mean, I've had them last up to 2-3 weeks, in the right conditions. But you just want to make sure you again open and close the lid as fast as possible, and it'll last you. But if you put that down and then come back tomorrow, as long as that lid was tight, it should give you a nice good slap again.
I dig that, man. All right.
Little start off in the morning somewhere. Sometimes where you
best part of waking up right there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like
that opens you up.
I like just kind of taking it in and kind of thinking where I'm at. I feel like you have that coffee in the morning and you might be 30 minutes before you have your coffee, but for that 30 minutes, you're just, and then you have that first sip of coffee and everything's all right.
Yeah.
To me, this is that like before your feet hit the floor. And now I'm all right to go now I could just kind of, if I don't get my coffee for an hour, I'm fine. I could see, a definite use case for this on a daily
state
basis.
of mind, just your mood, and this is just a great way to change that mood, whatever it may be, and just reset and get back in a good state,
Well, you got a couple, Bill, and when you run out, NoseSlap.com, code FightShow. I'll leave it up for a little while.
Hand to God, I'll be ordering a pack of these. These are all right. These are nice. I could use these on the overnights. I'll tell you what, where I work, man, we have industrial factory coffee. It's not Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts. It's the coffee you think it would be. The industrial cheapest, and I'm not a fan. It tears my stomach up. Not good. This is a nice alternative.
Well, I'm excited to see how it works out for you on the shift, Bill.
All right, man. Yeah, I'll definitely. I'll probably be using more of these next week when we're on the show. So.
Yeah, I think on the show live. Like I said, we got a few over here. I think we'll go ahead, like we talked to Missy about. Go ahead and we'll get this chopped up for you guys. You guys will see this on the NoseSlap channel, hopefully, if they decide to use it. But
absolutely,
I think definitely we'll part our end of the deal here. We'll Bill, I think we need some video testimonials from a blue collar American.
No, I'll do even if Travis isn't here, I'll do Soul Slap on the show next week.
Yeah, I'm down. We'll do Soul Slap on the show next week. And anything else you want to add, Trav? You want to shout out your socials where anybody can find you at?
Yeah, just we're on Instagram, YouTube, so give us a follow. Come check out our videos and see what we're all about. So I appreciate you guys having me on today. So and taking the time to give us a shout out.
To anybody watching, if you go there, watch their stuff, hit that like button, hit that follow button. I know the companies appreciate that. Don't just watch the videos.
Absolutely.
Like and subscribe. All right. Thank you very much, Travis. It's very nice.
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Hey, no worries. We'll be in touch. We'll see you soon, Trav. Thanks. Appreciate you, man. Good luck with the rest of the. If you guys are out in Vegas, go see Travis and NoseSlap.
Absolutely.
Put it in your store.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you,
see you, bud.
Okay.
Thanks, bud.
I dig that, man.
NoseSlap.
No, I dig these. These are all right.
Look, I'm not even bullshitting you. Like, I'm dead ass right now. I just feel different. Not like wacky tobacco feel different. I feel good.
No, that's nice, man. I'll tell you what, where I would use these besides on shift at work, I would also use these once I'm done. We'll drop some news later on in the coming months, but I'm looking to get physically better than I've been over the last decade. These in the sauna after a workout, man, that'd be nice. Like I said, I sometimes carry my own eucalyptus oil into the sauna after a workout, and I rub it under my nose. I don't want to offend anybody else with the smell. Who knows, man? This is could be just central and local to me, sitting there, relaxing after a workout. This is nice.
Yeah.
Whew. Yeah, I'll be using that all night.
They sent us a couple things. We'll do. Tell you what, I'll put some stuff out. We'll get some likes on the stream. If we get enough likes on the stream, we'll do Soul Slap live on the internet next week.
Yeah, no, I'll do that next week, man. That's what's up. Hey, this is, like I said, I've always been a Monster Energy or a Red Bull guy. Those things are $4 or $5 a piece, and they make you feel like crap. And like I said, I'm looking to get a little physically better. They're not conducive to what I'm doing, so it's a pretty good alternative. So,
yeah, no, I just I'm definitely. It's always nice when the wife makes her Starbucks run and brings me an iced coffee. So I look forward to that in the mornings.
The $8 coffee.
God forbid. Nah. Here's the deal. I'll settle on McDonald's. She's a bit bougie, so she doesn't like McDonald's iced coffee. But I'll go for a McDonald's iced coffee any day of the week. But no, that again, if you're just dragging or running on the weekends, or I'll tell you what, we stayed up watching the fights on Saturday, and you guys left, and I stayed up, watched all the post stuff, and put some content together for the week. I could have used this shit fucking Sunday morning, because when we were talking about going to lunch, and I messaged you a picture of the Starbucks drive-thru. I said, "Bro, we're hitting the road. We got to go." We was on the road.
Completely understandable. You wanna what should we do? Want to recap that last week's card? What we saw?
I think it's best just to move on. I think
Nah, come on, man. We're humble and humble. Hey, I took a beating that week on DraftKings, so I was out. No, there was some good fights. Unfortunately, our man Joey P, first main event. He's 26 years old. He's not even in his prime yet. He was a takedown or two away in the third, fourth, or fifth round from pulling that one out. That's just one of those close but no cigar.
Yeah, and I mean, he didn't get the floor wiped with him. I think he
did. No. My goodness, no. No, it's like Jack Hermanson said in the lead up. He said cracking the top 10, man. It's not easy. It's not easy, dude. Check your message, Eric.
Eric from my MMA News.
Yeah, what about Dan Ige? Fucking wrecking Andre.
Sorry, I didn't see your message, Eric. We were busy sniffing smelling salts live on the internet.
Still
not smelling salts. NoseSlap. This just broke. Yep. This just broke. I'll pull the article up here. It's on my phone. I should probably just go in here and click the link and open it up here so I can read it. There we go. Jackass. No, I brought him into the stream at the same time, and it fucked me up from the beginning of the show. I was trying to brain froze all three people.
What's their Cal have for us?
My MMA news 9 minutes ago. I will throw it up here on the screen. And I'm going to take Eric's mug off the screen. Shorty Rock, Sean Santella, sorry.
Okay.
Former UFC fighter Justin Scoggins at Art of War 35 in Philly. So you guys have heard us talk about Art of War for those that are outside of the mid-Atlantic East Coast region. Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Do they do
I remember Sean.
Philly,
April 5th.
Shorty Rock. Shorty Rock. 23-9, no shortage of experience there. Justin Scoggins. I remember hearing that name, and I don't know. Like, I can't place it, but I remember he had.
No, I remember Scoggins in the UFC. When was the last time? When was the last time Sean Santella was active? Probably about a year and a half, 2 years ago, I'm guessing.
That'll be my next stop. That'll be my next stop right after this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He was on a BKFC card. That's why I remember his name, and I know that's what it was. Beginning of last year, he had a loss BKFC. Let's see what old Shorty. I haven't heard his name in a minute.
Yeah, former CFFC champion. He had his fight lined up in the UFC, and unfortunately, like the week of the fight, they found something in his medicals that they didn't like, and UFC, I guess, didn't want to clear him or mess with him for whatever reason, And then I guess it's something he's obviously passing the physicals here locally, but it was something the UFC didn't want to deal with. So I don't know too much on that. I don't want to speak too much. I don't know too many of the.
He fought Ali Bagatinov at Brave 55 and 21. 22, okay. He was on a Brave card.
Okay. So about 2 years, give or take.
11-3 CFFC. Like I said, he's been around, guys. 23-9. If you don't know who he is, he's definitely a fixture in the Mid-Atlantic region for sure. Ring of Combat. He's fought overseas in Brave.
Maybe Eric can answer this. I know Mike Bickings is our Art of War guy, real good guy. Is that a title fight? Is that for Mike's organizational title, Eric? If you're
Hold
in the
on here.
comments.
We'll go back because I just have a squirrel mind. You know me, and I don't fucking pay attention to anything. Let's go back to the article that we were reading that I just got out of.
Yeah.
Bickings told by MMA News said of both fighters making their promotional debuts with AOW, Shorty Rock has an outstanding record. We didn't do him any favors by bringing in UFC vet Justin Scoggins. Justin never lost as an AMI and won his first 9 pro fights. He's a UFC vet, and Shorty wants the level of opponents to remind everyone of who is the best flyweight outside the UFC. High risk, high reward. Fans will see it live. Best place in Philadelphia for MMA fights. Live casino, April 5th.
Oh, live casino. All right. No, if I'm off work, I can make a weekend out of that. I love live casino. Not a fan of Philadelphia. You know why? But
well, this time, let's make sure we lock the car up, Bill. Oh, I said Phil. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Everybody's a genius in hindsight.
Santella's first fight in 5 years in the U.S.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do. I did some global proving grounds fights down in New Jersey, and he was at the weigh-ins and stuff. And I remember talking with Sean off to the side, asking him about that stuff. I remember he did go overseas a couple times to fight, didn't he? Once or at least once.
Yeah, Brave. He fought. That was the two fights for Brave.
Gotcha. All right, yeah, man. I love casinos, man. That would be a fun weekend. Probably an expensive weekend, but a fun weekend.
Didn't you just tell me you were done gambling, and now we're in the next breath?
I said I was done sports. I was done sports betting. That's not the real.
Brent said he met you. Brent, this is an earlier comment. Brent said he met you in a steam room.
That is it was not a
that
steam room.
That was good, bro.
It was a sauna. It was a sauna. There was no steam.
That was a good one.
It was probably less than it's out in my backyard right now at the LA Fitness. Yeah, we would hang out in the sauna together, Khabib style.
I've seen pictures of that. I hope not. Then again, with Brent, I wouldn't expect any less.
I'm sure Brent will comment about how I would walk in, talk to people for an hour, and then leave.
Eric's still hanging around. It's not been announced yet as a title. I believe they have a champ.
Okay, so that fight could potentially set up a title fight for the winner. So
yeah,
that's good stuff.
So you got to try some CannaDips over the weekend, some new flavors.
Yeah,
what was your thoughts?
Yeah, I like them. You know, honestly, I've never been a smoker. You know, I've never smoked cigarettes, tobacco products, but I could see how that if that was something, you know, I'm trying to do better. I was a beer drinker, so I understand, you know, the concept of drinking watching a sports game and just killing the time with that. So if you said you're a former tobacco user, correct? And you said they kind of helped you get off a little bit. I thought they were good.
Yeah, no, I smoked. I still vape. I mean, it is what it is. I still vape, but I definitely liked it. I was never a big pouch or tobacco user. I've always believed in the stuff CBD is said. They say the CBD does to promote the positive aspects of it. So it was a CBD product I got introduced to. I liked it. Factory work, you know what I'm saying? Not having to spit. There's a lot of aspects with the CannaDips I like. But our buddy, you know, friend of the show, Jared Gordon, he was on here. He didn't talk about CannaDips at the time, but they've been dropping a bunch of content with him. And he said it helped him quit chewing tobacco. Ooh. So you're not supposed to snort it, Bill. You're supposed to sniff it.
I do everything in excess.
He's like 5 a.m.
No, I like it, man. It's good.
No, yeah. So shout out again, NoseSlap.com. Like I said, code FightShow, 20% off your order. If you were, I can simply say this. There isn't a lot of there. If you've ever driven at night and you've had to be somewheres and you didn't want to stop and you were almost there, and I'm talking like all the windows down, music on full blast, air conditioner on, or heat blowing in your face if it's cold, like just a mixture of shit to just get yourself awake. NoseSlap. I can say like haven't been in that situation for a little while, but if that was a situation I would keep this in the car. NoseSlap.
All right. All right, back to our mixed martial arts. Recap the week last week. Went over JP. What about Dan Ige, man? What do you think about that? Torched Andre Feely, man.
Vicious.
Yeah, that was a good one, man. Yeah, I don't know what's next for Ige. You know, I think Ige took a loss to Sandhagen, I believe it was. So bring his record back up for me. Let me dive into that because I think he had lost one. And
Shout out to Tapology, because I forgot how convenient this was to use on the computer.
Mhm.
It's way easier than going through the UFC website for their stuff. Dan Ige.
He lost to like Sandhagen prior, didn't he?
Bryce Mitchell.
Bryce Mitchell. Okay, so he
Close.
probably got wrestled. And then
It's
that
like
was
a shorter. It's a shorter
two-
version of Corey Sandhagen with more conspiracies. I guess I don't know.
That was a 2-fight. Was that Ige's first win since Bryce Mitchell?
He had the win over Feely he just had. We got a loss over here. I don't know why I'm telling you this. We'll just pull it up.
Yeah. Who we
got? Win over Feely. He had the loss to Bryce Mitchell. He had Landwehr and Damon Jackson, 2 wins back to back. I mean, if you look at the 3 guys he lost to, you can't argue. Like, just looking at the name, not even remembering the fight, like, solid competition. Gavin Tucker, got a loss to Calvin Cater, you know, but he's got wins over Edson Barbosa. I mean, we're going back to 2018 here, so we're not. That was even still more impressive because 2018 Edson Barbosa's. Well, I don't know. He's surgeon now, so I don't know.
Yeah. What else did we have on that card? I thought. I mean, now granted, it could have gone either way. It's not the worst robbery I've ever seen, but I thought Jeremiah Wells got kind of gypped there. I thought. I didn't think Max Griffin did too much in the first round, other than fall on Wells after Wells did a spinning attack. I mean, there really wasn't a whole lot, you know. I wish Wells would have been a little bit more active, but I still thought Wells did enough to win that fight. What else do we have? RoboCop, man. Gregory Rodriguez. I like watching that guy fight, man. That guy throws 100 miles an hour from the opening bell until somebody falls down. And I'll tell you what, Brad Tavares, holy shit, that guy took a beating, man. He didn't go down.
You said that, and I feel like off the top of my head, I was looking up, doing research for this week's card.
Okay.
And I'm trying to see here. Something just popped up. We got comments. There's it's going crazy here. Somebody else has a win over RoboCop. I keep forgetting he fought last weekend because I didn't come in really till like the Michael Johnson fight. But even that, I put it on at the hotel and then we went out to dinner. And then you came, and by the time you came, I think we were on. I missed half half of it there.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, we'll just recapping that. Scroll back up. The undercard was pretty basic. You know, it was what you thought it would.
Max Griffin had a good one. I couldn't remember. I wanted to see Max Griffin had a good one.
Yeah, well, that was the Jeremiah Wells fight. You know, it was close. I wish Wells would have been a little bit more active, but hey,
yeah, it was a good fight on Griffin's part. It was a nice performance. Vieira got performance of the night off that.
Oh wait, Vieira. I'll talk about that guy, man. That guy is and I'm sure he does. I am not accusing him of any kind of steroid use, but that is a solid man. I don't know what he's eating or what he's. Yeah, the way Arman Petrosian, one of the top fighters in the world. You know, if you're in the UFC, you're one of the top fighters in the world. He looked like a 12-year-old girl compared to Vieira. Vieira picked him up, just did whatever he wanted, head and arm choked him. Like Rodolfo Vieira is a beast, man. He's a tough out. You know, I was pretty impressed by that guy.
Yeah,
and Petrosian was the betting favorite, and Vieira just Now it was a coin flip of a match, but yeah, I was real impressed with Vieira. I'll be interested to see what he does next. And like I said, how he's passing the steroid testing. The man looks like he's on steroids. You know, he's got that Paulo Costa kind of look to him.
Paulo Costa's got secret juice. That's different entirely.
Dude, those guys are tested up and down and left and right. If they're in there, they've passed. So,
but just because someone passed doesn't mean they're not using steroids. So
they met the requirements to step in the cage.
They passed the test. That's about it. Doesn't mean just because you pass the test don't mean you're clean. Michael Johnson, Darius Flowers again. I saw highlights of that.
Yeah, Michael Johnson's still holding it down, man. Like what? He started off on the Ultimate Fighter, right? Is that how Michael Johnson? He's had, my God, he's somewhere in the mid-20s in fights in the UFC. I mean, he's up there. The guy's been around for a long time. Still doing it, man. Still looks good. Still moving smooth. Looks clean. Looks healthy.
23-19.
Yeah. Now he's not beating any top 10 guys or anything like that, but brings back a little nostalgia for the old Ultimate Fighter days.
81% takedown defense.
No, Michael Johnson's a solid fighter, man.
He's so close to 500 that you almost got to be like, if he won his last one, he's going to lose this one. It's that's just where he's at. When he picks one up, he puts one down. UFC history.
Oh, geez, yeah.
Tough 12 finale. Back
in 2010. Holy cow. 14 years in the UFC, man. You know how hard that is to pull off? Mm-hmm. That's incredibly tough. In a day where 2 or 3 losses can get you released, to hang around in the UFC for 14 years, that's great. That's crazy, man. That's a long ass time.
He's been doing it. I think his fight with Gaethje is one of the best examples of just
a little thing that might rest in the back of your head, give or take. Michael Johnson with a knockout win over Dustin Poirier. Go put that one. That was one that I was surprised when I read it. I was like, really? I had no idea he'd be that level of guy. So
yeah, Dan Ige called it, won it, put an exclamation point on it, and then at the Performance Institute, they're like, "Oh, I broke Joe Pyfer's new record at the PI on the punch machine," and then I got to like way out in left field, and I was like, "Did they do something?" And I'm not taking nothing away from fucking Joey Pyfer, but did the UFC do something to that thing to where Francis's record would be bare? Like, it's all fucked up, and they didn't want to give it to Joey, and then they gave it to Joey, but now magically Dan Ige did it. Like, again, I'm not taking anything away from Joey. I firmly believe he could break Francis Ngannou's punch record.
Well, I'll tell you what, this I could see that this thing is kind of taking on a cult following. I didn't think fighters would care about this at all. This appears to be a thing that some fighters put some stock in. They want to be the guy, I want to be the guy that has this record.
I mean, you've never gone to Dave and Buster's and been like, okay, like we're hanging out, we're hitting the thing. I remember when we were in New York, for CFA, when we were promoting up there, we were having our final show was at not Dave and Buster's, Lucky Strike Bowling, which is like a more fancy schmancy Dave and Buster's, right? Bowling alley, all that shit. We went, they comped their drinks, and we were there promoting the fight, and we had some of the champs there, some of the belts, and they gave us like $50 each in like play credits, and we're over there just racking the punch machine. So, and we're jackasses on the street. So can you imagine? I think it's I don't know if it's becoming a thing or what the deal is, but yeah, it's definitely, you're hearing more talk about it.
I do have to laugh because I take my daughter to this place called Urban Air out here in Lancaster, and it's a indoor track and arcade and all kinds of trampoline place, all that shit. They have a punch machine, and I was doing it last week. So
see, I'm getting ready to take my 10-year-old there, or my 11-year-old now, for her birthday. She wants to do a whole day, so we're doing like a whole big thing with it. But yeah, I'm going to do the same thing.
I'll tell you what, 823 is my record where I'm standing right now. I'm going to see if I can get to 900 by the end of the summer. We'll see.
Next time I'm out your way, even if I don't link up with you, I'm just going to run in, hit it till I beat it, and then video it just to fuck with you.
You ain't beating that. 823 is a solid hit. What do we got coming up this week, man? I'm trying to put my mind back there. I think we got is that another fight night this week? I don't think it's a pay-per-view, is it? It's who's fighting this weekend? Oh no, that is a pay-per-view. They're not giving that on a fight night. My bad. Yeah, wow. Let's start from the bottom and work our way up. Here's where I've
this entire card, like you could scratch out 298 and write in 300, and this is a stacked card.
Yeah, there's some names on there. Now I can I got my nose slap in me. I can really focus on what I got coming up this weekend. All right. Yeah. Okay, early prelims. Oh, okay.
So we're going to wait. This is one thing I did want to talk about. This guy, when he was 14 years old, messaged Uncle Chael.
Okay.
Said, I'm going to do this. So he's had this private banter back and forth for all these years. And told, Chael's going back and forth with him. And now he's like, I'm going to be in the UFC one day. But fast forward. Oban Elliott, the Welsh gangster, they call him.
Okay.
Is making his UFC debut this week. I'm excited for that. Miranda Maverick. I've said this since the first time I watched her fight. She doesn't look like she would hurt anybody. With that being said, she's fighting Andrea KGB Lee, who's been around for a minute. Val Woodburn. What is why do I know? There's something too with Val. Yeah, that's right. He got demolished by Bo Nickel.
Bo Nickel. Yeah, the 38-second knockout. 33-second, 38-second.
He got sacrificed to Bo Nickel.
I'll tell you what, this Danny Barlow guy. He's off the he is off the Contender Series. Man, that guy looks smooth. I'll tell you what, if you wanna bet this weekend and make a little bit of money, I think Barlow gets that one pretty easy. He looked real nice. He was fighting when he was on the Contender Series. I remember the promo. He was fighting another guy. Yeah, he was fighting another guy from his hometown, his regional area. And man, he moves smooth. I mean, he moves.
I remember that. I don't think that was this. I think that was not this season on Contender. It was last season, wasn't it?
No. It was recent.
It was last season.
It was this year. Yeah. The guy looks smooth. Yeah, man, he moves smooth. He throws smooth. He throws with some heat. Like, I expect some pretty big knockouts the first 2 or 3 fights for him.
He's a CFFC vet. Fought at CFFC twice.
Okay.
V3 fights as an amateur. Attitude fights as an amateur and a pro. Okay, yeah. The guy's, I mean, what's his record?
He's got some finishes, right?
He's 7-0. Yeah. It was Raheem Forrest.
Yeah. Okay, I remember.
Who's like you said, is also from the same. You said that from the same area, and I remember that fight because they actually had a nice promo package for it.
Yep. Left-handed guy. I think they want to. I think they would like to promote him. So yeah, he should get that one. I remember Quinlan's. Quinlan's debut in the UFC. There, he didn't, his last fight in the UFC, and he got absolutely torched. He didn't look good. We'll see if he can bounce back. Yeah, Waters.
He had a win in. Excuse me, little nose slap, drippage. No, he had a fight in 22. He's 1-1. So
yeah. Well, I'm just saying the last one. This is recency bias as far as you can see. Quinlan looked really bad last one. Barlow looked really good. So
I don't know either one of those two.
I would be willing to bet that's probably both of their debuts, I would think, in the UFC, because I don't recognize either name either.
Yeah.
That guy looks pretty beastly, though.
You know what? I feel like one of these guys might fight out of Alpha Male.
Oh, is that guy? I remember.
No, no. That's not the caveman guy from Alpha Male, but I think
the caveman guy. Yeah, it's funny. We both do remember him though. Yeah, the guy that bumped up like 2 weight classes just to take a fight.
Yeah, that literally, if you put him and Clay Guida in the same cage, it'd be the caveman fight. That ass. He looks like he crawled off a horse in the mountains of Mongolia and came down and destroyed some dude.
Oh yeah. Okay,
we're still in the prelims here. Rinya Nakamura, Carlos Fair. Hey, there's the guy with no picture, Bill.
Yeah, come on, UFC, do better. That drives me crazy. It does.
This is Tafa's chance to break into the 15. I feel like he might be able to get this done.
Rogerio de Lima, best known for taking a flying knee from Derek Lewis and getting his teeth knocked in.
Mackenzie Dern. I don't care what's going on with Mackenzie Dern. I will never root
I did
against
not.
Mackenzie Dern.
Yeah. Didn't she get TKO'd by Andrade? Was that her last
Yeah,
fight?
she's coming off the Andrade, lost 13-4 MMA, 8-4 in the UFC. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu credentials out the wazoo. Her dad, Megatron, but Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu credentials.
I don't. This is just off the top of my head, and I'm wrong a lot. But if Dern couldn't get it done against Andrade, I don't see how she gets it done against Lemos. Lemos is good.
Well, yeah, you remember Dern's last fight because John Anik, the joke leading up to it, and it happened. The joke immediately after was Mackenzie's Dern's divorce.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It was her and Andrade both had gone through divorces. That was like the child or the alimony fight.
Yeah.
Lemos 13-4, 7-3 UFC. Her last loss at 292 was against Weili Zhang. So that is why she's got a 3 next to her name.
Remind me once we're off air. Remind me to send you this funny clip. There's this guy on YouTube, and he sounds just like John Anik, and he does these little clomos, and it'll be like Mackenzie Dern going through the midst of a terrible divorce right now. Probably it's not going to receive alimony. He's like, Fortnite out this week. he mentions the oddest shit and then does like a promo.
Fun fact. I feel like I knew this, but I never paid much attention to it. I've been watching a lot more Anik and Florian podcasts just because I like John Anik so much.
Yeah,
he's got a twin. He's got a twin brother that has long gray hair, like dead ass twin brother. Like if he shaved his head, he could show up at a UFC event, work commentary.
Okay, no, I did not know that.
And that guy's got a podcast with Bilal Muhammad.
Very nice. I did not know that.
Anyways, fun fact.
Yep. Roman Kopylov, that guy's a beast, man. That guy throws heat.
Yeah,
huge
4 out of his last
kick.
5 wins. This fight was originally booked for September, and it's been rebooked. His last win. So Anthony Hernandez, I guess, pulled out. They put Fremd in, and Kopylov landed this nasty liver shot off Fremd. He's 4-2 in the UFC.
I'll tell you what, never question Josh Fremd's heart, because Kopylov beat the shit out of that guy. For I can't believe it took Josh as long as it did to drop. I mean, he finally hit him with a body kick, and Fremd folded up, but I mean, that guy was beating the shit out of him. My best guess
was nasty.
My best guess is Hernandez probably tries to take him down and wrestle him, I'm guessing. We'll see if Kopylov can get back up, man.
Yeah, Hernandez, 15 next to his name. You see that. Hernandez, 11-2, 5-2 in the UFC. He's an LFA vet. He's got 4 wins in a row. He was scheduled to fight Alice Skarov, and then something happened. I have in my notes, but I don't remember what that was.
Wait, I'm just looking at he's from Russia. Where's his beard? Where's his beard?
He's got the little Khabib soul patch.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know, man. Where's his beard? This is a good one. Listen. Yeah. Merab Dvalishvili, he's a former Ring of Combat, New Jersey kind of fighter. He's coming into his prime. Cejudo's on the way out, and everybody, Cejudo has this like amazing level wrestling, and yeah, he's an Olympic wrestler like 15, 20 years ago. If you put Henry Cejudo against a top caliber wrestler in his weight class at the Olympic level, that he would get smoked. He's not the Henry Cejudo of old. Merab should get this one. I'm
hoping Merab does.
I'll tell you what. This might not be around. I'm not betting anymore, but if you are, Merab Dvalishvili takedowns, the over/under is 3.5 for the fight. Merab is going to probably take him down over and over and over again. And I think every time, every minute the fight doesn't go Cejudo's way, I think he's going to fade a little more. It's really hard for a guy like Cejudo coming off inactivity the way he has to fight a guy like Merab, who's just a freaking machine. Merab's going to go for 15 minutes, Cejudo. Mm-hmm. We'll see. Yeah. I don't see any knockout power out of Cejudo. I don't see any submissions. I don't know how he would intend to win this fight. It's
not like Cejudo. Merab's 16-4, 9-2 in the UFC. His last loss was to Ricky Simone in 2018.
And he had that fight won. That was the one where he knocked himself out, taking him down. And Simone got on top of him with a mounted guillotine, and Merab is sitting there doing the bike, flat on his back. The legs are going, and he's like, looked like he was out, but then he's back in, but then he made the bell,
Yeah.
but then he kind of blanked for a second as the bell rung, and Liam Kerrigan, my buddy from New Jersey, was the referee for that one. And then Merab bounced back up like within a second and a half. A lot of people were split on how the officiating on that one should have went. Merab didn't tap; he made the bell, so that means he survived the fight. It's, I don't know. Everybody's got their own differing opinion on what that should be. He didn't tap. The referee didn't stop the fight. So how does the bell ring? And as the ref, you stop the fight after the fight is over. I don't know, but yeah, the last fight that Merab lost was Ricky Simone, and he had that 1-1. Has anybody beat him in the UFC besides Simone? I don't think so, right?
No, I don't think. Merab, 2019 World Sambo Champions, runner up.
Yeah, no, guy's a killer, man. And I'll tell you what, on the horizon, I think about midsummer, you and I are probably going to get to see O'Malley versus Merab, and I think Merab's going to take that one. I really do. I don't think O'Malley can beat him, but I'm wrong all the time, so.
It's hard to. O'Malley's got to get past Cheeto, which I think he can.
Yeah, he can.
I think
Cheeto will be game, but O'Malley should get that one.
I'm just sitting back, just waiting for some things to play out before I kind of speculate on what's going on here.
Speculating is fun.
It is.
Jeff Neal,
I don't.
Jeff
I'm
Neal
a big fan. If you're going to open your mouth and talk about something, at least have a little bit of knowledge.
Nah,
Ian
fuck
Gary.
that. Spout off anything.
Yeah, then I'll be like the rest of the mindless fucks on the internet. Ian Gary, 13-0, 6-0 in the UFC. He was 7-0 in Cage Warriors before that. Of course, this fight was canceled August of 23. Ian Gary's got a good merch guide. He had Neil's mugshot. Neil had a DUI.
Yeah, somebody I read online. Jeff Neal was, I don't know if it's still currently this way. Yeah, he was waiting tables at a restaurant while he was in the UFC. To make ends meet and shit like that. So we'll see. I think Ian Gary gets this one, but I know like 80% of the internet wants to see him get knocked out. Not that means anything. Who cares? They're the only two guys in the cage, But yeah, it's an interesting fight. But after I saw what Gary did to Neil Magny was pretty impressive. Magny's a real tough out, and Gary.
Yeah, this was this. He would have fought Jeff Neal. That was the fight that was scheduled. He ended up fighting Neil Magny. Neil Magny went on, of course, then to fight Shavkat. We don't even need to tell you how that ended.
Yeah, I don't.
But Neil Magny's 15-5, 7-3 in the UFC.
I don't see other than a little bit more power. Jeff Neal does have more power than Neil Magny. I don't see what Jeff Neal brings to the table that Neil Magny didn't. So I think Ian Gary gets that one.
Ian Gary hanging out with Du Bronx down there at Shootbox, Diego Limas down there in Brazil. That's kind of where he settled.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. You got one guy, Ian Gary, training full time with guys like, him, and then you got Jeff Neal, who, like I said, I don't know if it's still the case, but he's trying to have to wait tables to make ends meet. I don't know what camp Jeff Neal is with, but like I said, I think Ian Gary gets the nod in that one. So Robert Whitaker and Costa.
It's looking like Paulo Costa's not going to pull out, though.
He's in great shape, man. That's secret juice, boy. I wish I could have some of that. he looks in phenomenal shape. I mean, listen, if he gets beat on Saturday night and in a bodybuilding contest breaks out on Sunday morning, he's ready. He's there. The guy I saw the promo pictures they were taking of him backstage. Guy looks in ridiculous shape. Just my humble opinion. Like I said, I'm wrong all the time. I don't think Paulo Costa is that good of a fighter. I really don't. Yeah, he got a win over Luke Rockhold. I mean, he only fights once every year or two, maybe.
22 was the last win with Luke Rockhold. Costa, here's the deal. Costa's 14-2. He's 6-2 in the UFC. I think Costa can fight. It's just he pulls out.
Oh no! Listen, that probably sounded wrong. He is an elite fighter in the world, but I mean,
yeah.
Is there knockout power? Is there submissions? Like what is there ground and pound? What's he doing? Robert Whitaker. I'll tell you what. I was real down on him after that loss to Dricus du Plessis. I guess not. I guess that loss isn't so bad after all. Yeah, du Plessis.
No, I mean Bobby Knuckles. I've been a fan of Bobby Knuckles since before he was in the UFC. 24-7. He's 15-5 in the UFC.
Yeah, I mean the
two
guy,
of
the guy,
four, his last losses were to DDP and Izzy. So I mean, it's
yeah, and that was not the Israel Adesanya that we know today. That's not the Israel Adesanya that didn't punch against Sean Strickland at all for 5 rounds. Izzy back in his day was a killer. He was like Anderson Silva style. So those 2 losses for Whitaker are not bad. And I do know Whitaker has elite boxing. Do you really look at Paulo Costa and think elite boxer? I mean, physical phenomenon, but I mean,
fun fact about Paulo Costa. He worked for the Italian government.
Oh, did not know that.
Yeah, he was a Brazilian who worked for the Italian government. I don't know. I read that somewhere on the internet. Thought it was a weird. Your nose slapping it again, aren't you?
I dig this shit. It's good. Whew. So what do you think? Whitaker gets that one? Are we giving him the nod? A little Ian Gary, Robert Whitaker parlay?
I'm almost always pulling for Bobby Knuckles. So yeah, I think I don't know. I might do a parlay this week. I think we'll see how the chips fall tomorrow.
Throw $10 on it. Fuck it. No,
I might put
with
together an amazingly obnoxious parlay and just put $5 on it just to see what it does.
I will be honest with you. A Robert Whitaker loss here. I don't want to say it's over for him, but he's probably dropping to like 8, 9, or 10. And I don't know if he wants to fight just to fight, kind of like a Michael Johnson. I think he wants to chase titles or be done. That's just the vibe I get from him. I don't think he just wants to hang around, you know. But yeah, I'm a fan of Robert Whitaker. I like him. He can fight. And I enjoyed seeing him beat Colton Smith, who whooped my ass. So
shout out to Colton Smith.
I'm just fucking with
you,
Colton.
on the show soon. We're gonna be bringing some more guests in here. We kind of took a break from guests and kind of just been hanging out. It's a lot easier, but we got some guests lined up. We got some people wanting to come on. Merch,
we got all kinds of fun.
Merch is coming. I say this every week. It's a process, people. We've been working back and forth on it. We got the new logos done. Merch is coming. With that being said, Ilya Topuria,
I have no idea.
Alexander Volkanovski.
I have no idea.
Ilya Topuria's got this McGregor-esque quality about him.
The guy can fight, man. He can really, really fight. So
his brother just got signed.
Oh, I did not know that.
Alexander, his brother just got signed. I'm excited to see that. I wasn't familiar with him. I watched some clips. Volk, man, 26-3, 13-2 in the UFC, 2 losses against Islam in 23. Before that, his last loss was 2013 on the regional scene as a pro.
Just makes you wonder, like, what it did to him mentally. You know, there's no shame in losing to Islam Makhachev. The guy's
we said
you know?
this, and I almost segued into this earlier, but we've talked about this multiple times. We got some stuff stirred in the back with November, the men's mental health, but we talked to Sandy Pembroke about it. Like, what's your headspace? I'm seeing a lot more of these UFC fighters recently that are taking advantage of this sports psychologist that the UFC offers. Misha Tate spoke on it. Sean Brady spoke on it. Folks even spoke on it publicly. They did a little mini, it was UFC, like NAZ. It's like the Australia, New Zealand, like media part of UFC. It was Tafa, Robert Whitaker, and Volk. They did an interview. It's a good interview. You should watch it. It's a little press conference. But Volk talks about, taking the fight on 10 days. The guy's been a consummate professional for over a decade.
Yeah.
Never missed weight.
No, I'll tell you what, if I'm a sports psychologist and I get a hold of Alexander Volkanovski, the first thing I'm attacking is the fact that he went up twice. You are still undefeated in your weight class. Throw those two out. I like Ilya Topuria. He can fight. He is not Islam Makhachev. Makhachev is probably one of the top pound-for-pound guys in the world. Topuria is not that guy. Not yet. He may be one day. I don't know.
Topuria is not that guy, but he's 14-0. He's 6-0 since he's making his UFC debut. His last 2 wins were Emmett with a decision that if it wasn't Josh Emmett, or there's a lot of guys, should I say this? Not that it wasn't Josh Emmett, because I'm not trying to take it away. Josh Emmett stayed in that fight because it was Josh Emmett. There's other fighters that fight in the UFC on the roster that Topuria put away the way he pieced up Emmett. And of course, he had the arm choke over Mitchell, which was just slick. So
I'm looking at the I just peered into the odds. Coin flip, that's probably about right. like I said, Volkanovski's he's probably one of the greatest of all time at that weight class, and he hasn't lost at that weight class yet. So I have no idea how this fight goes. I could make a case for either one. I mean, if I had to lean one way, I'd probably go Volkanovski, because how the hell do you bet against the GOAT, at that weight class? One of the top 2 or 3 fighters in that weight class of all time. How do you just say, hey, he bounced up twice, got beat by Makhachev, and now his run is done? Somebody's got to beat him,
Yeah. I think 10 o'clock start time. I forget what time the prelims. Let me look here.
Probably 6.
Fight Pass prelims are on at 6 if you have Fight Pass. 8 p.m. Eastern. All times are Eastern here, guys. 8 p.m. Eastern for the prelims on ESPN Plus, and then of course 10 p.m. on ESPN Plus or illegally streamed if that's how you get down. But we don't do that.
All right, matey.
All right.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Reminding you guys also, Bill's going to head in for a 9 o'clock shift and use his NoseSlap. But reminding you guys, we are presented by Pull No Punches Apparel, 717 Surplus, and of course CannaDips, where you can go over to CannaDips and get you some orange dreamsicle. I know we did this flavor last week, but I didn't have one right next to me. Orange dreamsicle here, 50 milligrams of CBD. Code FightShow 20% off. And if you weren't around earlier, watch the show. You can go back into my stream and see it. NoseSlap.com, code FightShow, same code, 20% off your order. If we're bringing you something, just bet the code's going to be FightShow, and it's going to save you some money. Before we get into the ref rant, I wanted, like I said, we got merch coming. I think we're good. Other than that, Bill's got some stuff that he's working on and behind the scenes that should make a dent on the internet. We'll see. Merch coming. We got some other stuff, some other irons cooking. But I think if you got something you want to bitch about this week, or you kind of,
you know what? Let's just keep it low key this week. I'll still say in the event last night or in the event last week, we still had that fingers game going on. So. And they had made mention, and that's 2 weeks in a row now. We've had that little finger game going on. I'm not gonna. I already ref ranted about it a couple weeks back. If I was gonna rant about anything, it'd be like that again. But I feel like we're beating a dead horse. I feel like that'll be addressed by the summer and fixed. So no ref rant other than that this week. I'm sure I'll have some shit. Oh, I will do a ref rant. Fuck the San Francisco 49ers. There we go. that's my ref rant for this week, man. Not
who bets
MMA
on the
related.
49ers?
Motherfucker.
Who bets on the 49ers?
Yeah, who bets against Patrick Mahomes, right? It's like betting against fucking Alexander.
It's not even Patrick Mahomes at this point. I think it's like Taylor Swift witchcraft. I think that's what it is.
Let's not even bring that into this show. The sooner that goes away, the better for me. So, and
I'm just glad football season's over.
That's no.
We got a little bit of time before baseball picks up. This is our time right now.
That's no hate towards Taylor Swift. I'm not one of these guys that tells women to shut up and be less. That's not what I'm saying. But I get it. She's dating Travis Kelce. Panning to her one time during the broadcast is fine. You don't have to go to her 8 times during the broadcast. I would feel that way if they went to a male celebrity 8 times during the broadcast. I get it. He's at the game, man. It's a football game. So anyway, that's my little
dare you. She's an American treasure. How fucking dare you, sir?
People love that lady. So shout out Taylor Swift and the Swifties. But yeah, let's bounce up out of here, man. I'm gonna take my NoseSlap to work and do this non-heterosexual overnight shift.
Live on the internet. We're gonna do some soul slap. Take it up a notch. All right, guys. I think that's going to be it. Enjoy your pay-per-view. We will. Oh, one more thing. We will be having at some point in the near future. This was to be Bill's Saturday show. Next month, maybe we'll see what's going on, or as we get closer, we're going to see if we can do a watch party, and it might even be in addition to. We've had some people talk about it. Might get some people to come on. We got a comment. Hold on here. Brent Coleflesh said, "See you guys in the steam room." He also made some rule that we didn't have to wear towels. I don't understand that. There's clearly a sign there.
Yeah.
No, we're going to be doing a watch party soon. I think we'll have some guests on. Everybody gets the stream up, and we'll just do a watch party. A couple people have been asking about it. Maybe we'll bring some fans on. Who knows? Who knows what we'll do? We'll bring some people on. We got a watch party coming. Merch is coming. Again, we are presented by Pool No Punches Apparel, 717 Surplus. Next month is Saturday's show is Christie's 50th birthday. No watch party.
Okay. The CEO of Bookwalter Industries has spoken.
You heard it here first.
I'm booked that week.
Head on over to CannaDips.com or NoseSlap.com. If either one of those interests you guys, use the code FightShow for 20% off. Here's Bill getting ready to rack another one.
I like it.
And until next Thursday, 7 p.m. East Coast time, Fight Show episode 22. We're out.